And it honestly seems really fucked up from my perspective. Like, America just has like a caste system that is kind of invisible to you.
All right, what up? It's been a minute since I talked to you. So let's talk. All right, so beautiful Goddess Minasya, we've had some riveting conversations through the years, and I respect your political take. That said, what do you think about this recent election? But we had an election. I went to sleep November 4th, woke up on the 5th, Trump won. Talk about buyer's remorse. That said, just stir him up. I want to catch y'all eat the donut.
You eat a good donut. I finished mine fairly.
I mean, we just had an election. Yeah, we just had an election, as the country knows. Whether some participate or not, I want to talk to various people. You guys are, what are you? You're not millennials, you're the next thing. Gen Z or centennials? Okay, you're Gen Z. As Gen Z voters, did you vote?
Yeah.
What'd you think of the results?
Terrible. Heartbreaking. Devastating. Terrible. Heartbreaking. Devastating.
Would you say your peers did the same? Like they voted like you, or did they vote against your beliefs?
Well, I wouldn't have peers that vote against my beliefs.
When you say that, what if they did? What would happen after the election?
Well, they didn't.
Nobody did. How
Not that I know of.
How about like social friends? You know, they're parasocial friends in essence. They're not real.
I unfollowed those people.
You did unfollow them. That was what I was looking for. What about you, Damaris? Any similar scenarios?
Yeah, there was some people that I had on my Instagram from high school that I haven't talked to in a while, and I removed some of those that supported Trump, so...
Would you think that that's from a generational teaching, like their parents taught them that, or is it a belief that's incorporated in your generation that extreme right is the way to go?
I hope it's not like a generational thing where like they were raised like that, because that's pretty scary. The people that I unfollowed, I think it had to do with religion. They don't agree with abortion. So
Okay.
I think that's why they decided to vote red, but
A lot of religious.
I don't think they actually looked into what his whole campaign was about. I think they were just like, oh, no abortion. So
It's funny you said it. You're Hispanic, specifically Mexican, and a lot of Latinos went for that religious piece, which is a whole hornet's nest at this point. I don't know why they didn't leave it alone, but I shouldn't have let the last statement I said, extreme right. That's just an opinion. Would you think they're extreme? You guys think they're extreme? The current administration, meaning the one that's coming?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Extreme enough.
Back with the lovely Goddess Minasya. I understand you're a nurse and you work with children, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So, how do you think this recent election is going to affect them? The children, specifically. You know, and I'm talking about healthcare, education. What are your thoughts on that? I'm really concerned about education. How about you?
I mean, I guess it depends on what type of children you're referring to. I think overall, depending on the demographic they fall in, is going to be some negative consequences. You know, all politics is healthcare. And if there's any politics that allow discrimination, obviously that's going to impact children as well. But I guess it just depends on your demographic. If they're affluent children or white children, maybe they won't be impacted as much. But if they come from other backgrounds, and
I think Democrats are slow on the draw. And personally, I think they need to reach out to a younger demographic of leaders, like a AOC's age.
I think both parties do.
Yeah? Yeah, that's true. What's with the...
Vance is younger.
Vance is younger, but then we got 80-year-old politicians going at it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't agree with all his views, but he's one of the younger ones I've seen, so...
And I think the reason why I say that, because what about you? I feel there's a disconnect with the youth. I know a lot of youth who didn't even vote in this election.
Yeah, I'm shocked to hear that, but makes sense. Probably lack of education.
Seems like
to what their voice can contribute to.
Yeah, because the more towards centennials, the less involved they are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
but I think there's been more movement to try and get them involved, especially with social media.
I didn't know that the right had a push too. They had a youth push. Mm-hmm. Got to give them credit on that. Well, do you think we'll heal as a nation?
Hope so.
I mean, because when they lost, they went and invaded the Capitol. They want to talk about angry liberals, but they raided the Capitol.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? A lot can, with someone who can easily brainwash others, who knows what will happen these next 4 years.
Well, there you have it. What do you have? The perspective of my guest, lovely ladies, brilliant young women, Yamara Xyire, Damaris and Goddess Minasya. Thank you, ladies, for your perspective. I wanted to get a bigger sample size, of course, but, you know, I'm busy working on an album and stuff like that. But, regardless, I'll close with this. Good to see you. Haven't seen some of you in a minute. Let's talk turkey. It is currently December. However, it was November, and we had Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, which I think they renamed it Indigenous People Day or something like that. I don't want to be offensive, but shout out to my Native Americans who weren't or aren't Indian because Columbus was an idiot. Kind of like a lot of you who just voted, right? So, I'll stick to the turkey, because that represents Thanksgiving. Now, I'm used to spending the holidays dolo. However, this particular Thanksgiving, I had company from my daughter's friend and my friend. So 5 altogether. I made a meatloaf that everyone thought was delicious. Of course it is, because I made it. Also made cranberry sauce, homemade. Now, that wasn't bad, but now I perfected it. Because I used Grand Marnier and star anise. Also form a caramel sauce with brown sugar and the star anise. Now I know to take the star anise out, So I had that, 2 types of mushrooms. I had oyster mushrooms, which are thicker and they're delicious. And I made like a garlic oyster mushroom. And then I made a portobello mushroom. My younger daughter's friend is either vegan or vegetarian, so I did that for her. And I used 2 different cheeses. And what you do is you pipe them onto the portobello. That I have to perfect, to be continued. And to me, the star of the dish was the Blue Hubbard pie, which that was my first take at Blue Hubbard pie with added red curry. But so Blue Hubbard and red curry pie. Blue Hubbard curry pie. Yeah, that's what I would call it. Because it's confusing if you add all those colors. Or Blue Hubbard pie with red curry. I don't know. Delicious. Now I made it thicker. My second rendition. The first time trying this was on Thanksgiving. So, yeah, that's how it came out. The starter dish, I didn't have time, so I wasn't able to make my own pie crust, but I will next time. So, turkey's overrated. A lot of people don't do it. Because think about it, it's just me. Most people don't even call to see how I'm doing, less than come by and take some turkey with them. You know, so I would be stuck with a big old bird. So I did a meatloaf, and that's something I can enjoy, and I did afterwards. And meatloaf is smaller. See what I mean? But I hope your day was festive. Well, at least you ate well. That's really what all that matters. Not that even that matters, as long as you're okay for these holidays. That for me is typically meaningless. Right? All right. Speaking of talking turkey, the ladies did a good job. Super intelligent feedback. And they're young, so I'm encouraged towards the future. And this is our future leaders. For people who say women can't lead, Queen Elizabeth I defeated King Philip II in war. She's from England, he's from Spain. She was victorious, he lost. Is that not leadership? Whatever. Shout out to Shirley Chisholm, Geraldine Ferraro, Hillary Clinton. Remind us. I'm not sure. Oh, Kamala Harris. But I was going to get to Kamala, but I'm thinking of missing somebody in the past. Well, misogynistic country, tell me you believe that you should do everything and women should just be stagnant. No leadership shown. Totally masculine society where we go pound each other's face just to show how strong we are. Even if that's the case, whereas men are the leaders, who raised them? Did your mother not raise you? Is that not leadership? Because most of you, well, you put your mothers on these high horses, it seems. So then why not respect them for being leaders, if that's the case? I'm confused. Are you confused? Are you not well read? Are you an ignoramus? That's okay. Wicked came out, so you start with books like that, The Wizard of Oz, see John Ryan. See him rhyme. Progressives mean to make progress, right? Don't you want to make progress? If not, we'd be the Flintstones. You want to be the Jetsons, don't you? See Elon. So many. Really see Japan, but I hear you. And woke? Well, to me that means not being asleep. You want to be asleep? Some of you are mad, concerned about the abortion issue. When, for your parents had abortions. It just kept your hiney. They probably did. They probably killed more babies than you know. Baby killers, the same parents that you revere. Maybe. And I'm only using your jargon. I don't believe that's the case. I believe it's not your body, dude. Like, what are you talking about? You don't like gays? You don't like homosexuals? Well, what if your family members are homosexual? Do you not like them? Progressives didn't win. They won 4 years ago. And when they won, the non-progressives raided the Capitol like animals. Terrorists. But you could do stuff like that, like, I don't know, bomb way in the plethora of humans in Gaza and be okay with that. It's just an example, right? But, I don't know, many atrocities. I don't feel like going there. All I want to say is, know what you're talking about. Because I don't think you do. I think you're ignorant. See Bacon Revolution. Please. Bacon. Got the farmers, brown people, people of color together, and they almost overthrew the government. Right after they failed the Virginia codes. Virginia black codes or the Virginia codes. What was it positive? The Jim Crow, all that stuff began. Should we forget about it? Involuntary servitude. Blue lives matter, but you kill cops. See, your talking points are stupid. That's all I'm saying. But, congrats, J. Trump, or D. Trump, oops. Hopefully you get more black men out of jail. People of color. Brown men. Boy, that's hard to change. You got everything, so we shall see. Speaking of see it, you got episode 37. It's probably how I'm going to end the year, but you never know, where I interview a young actor. You youngsters want to act? Stay tuned. I'll have that out hopefully this weekend as well. Snailpiss. I'm Fable. Be blessed. Thanks to my guest. Let's wrap up this turkey talk, shall we? Gobble, gobble, fools.